Hi, I'm Craig Romano, author of 100 Classic Hikes Washington by Mountaineers Books, and I'm standing on the shoulder of Del Campo Peak overlooking Gothic Basin, which is one of the classic hikes in my book. Like classic rock, classic literature, and classic film, a classic hike should be a superb representation, in this case of trails, capturing the full essence of our outdoors. It should be timeless, not replicated anywhere, and the experience should remain indelibly etched in your mind.
Extending from Darrington to Granite Falls, the seasonally opened Highway 530 loops over Barlow Pass, allowing excellent access to a plethora of trails to mountain lakes and peaks.
Yep, we're proud.
Right in front of us, we got some of the Monte Cristo group. Vesper Lake down below, and there are blueberries up here. Mount Pew. And we go up some more. Some fixed gear on the route. Fixed gear. Back of Big Four. Now Pilchuck. Oh, Dickerman. Feeling forgotten in the middle here. It's not forgotten. Glacier Peak.
The trails await.
Boardman Lake and Lake Evan Trail. Looking for a short, pleasant hike to 2 alpine lakes in less than 2 miles round trip? It doesn't get much sweeter than the Boardman and Lake Evan Trail. Off the Mountain Loop Highway, if you're looking for a great easy hike for kids to 2 alpine lakes, this is about as sweet as it gets. Lake Evan is 0.1 miles from the trailhead, making it the shortest hike to Alpine Lake I can think of. Popular with picnickers and fishermen. Press on the trail up a few mellow climbs, through old stands of trees and lush undergrowth, to scenic Boardman Lake, less than a mile up the trail.
Ashland Lakes, Mountain Loop Highway 530. Not far past the ever-crowded trailhead of Lake 22 is the Ashland Lakes Trail. Well signed on state lands, the passage features stretches of boardwalk and crossing by multiple lakes, with the option of connecting to the Walt Bailey Trail, to other peaks, and Cutthroat Lakes. The trail to the lower and upper Ashland Lakes is well marked. While rocky and rooty in many places, there is also stretches of boardwalk along marshy areas. Recommended to visit in the fall for mushrooms and avoiding the wet mess in the springtime. The lakes offer large lakeside camping spots and some wooden tent platforms. Boulder River Trail, Darrington National Forest, Highway 530. Minimal elevation gain through old-growth forest to a serene waterfall make the Boulder River Trail a popular family-friendly hike year-round. West of Darrington, the Boulder River Trail meanders above the Boulder River through old-growth forests on an old grade road built by pioneers. Bending around through rocky cutouts and slight contours before dipping down a short, steep section to the waterfall's viewing area. Continue farther up the Enchanting Valley to the Boulder Ford Peak, or retrace your steps above the thundering river below. Green Mountain, Darrington National Forest, Highway 530. Fall colors unfold across the open upper flanks of Green Mountain. With spectacular views of Glacier Peak and the North Cascades, gives this trail its place on Ira Springs' 100 Classic Hikes of Washington. Come across the Hunter's Camp Pond midway along the climb. It's a good idea to wear orange or bright colors in the fall, as this is an active hunting camp.
It's really pretty.
Continue climbing up switchbacks with wide open bowls of heather. The upper ridge gains the fire lookout at the summit, rising above the Seattle River Road, in between Glacier Peak and the deep reaches of the Downey Creek, connecting to the Ptarmigan Traverse to the north.
It's got to imagine the awesome views today. There's a solar panel.
Mountain Loop Highway Summit Series Peak Trails. Extending from Darrington to Granite Falls, the seasonally opened Highway 530 loops over Barlow Pass, allowing excellent access to a plethora of trails leading to mountain lakes and peaks. Welcome to Best of the Northwest. Here is the progression of our favorite trail-accessible peaks along the Mountain Loop Highway, starting from Granite Falls in the southwest, working east and north to Darrington. 1. Mount Pilchuck, 6 miles, 2,500-foot elevation gain. Clocking in at under 6 miles and 2,500 vertical feet, this peak is easy to access with a grand view payoff from the Fire Lookout. Positioned perfectly at the western edge of the Cascade Mountains for views across Washington's North Cascades, across the Salish Sea to the west, and volcanoes to the south. Serves as a great introduction to peaks deeper in the Mountain Loop Highway.
The first section weaves through forested canopy and stream crossings before gaining elevation into the alpine environment. Expect to see snow well into late July on the upper part of the trail that meanders through granite fields ever climbing. Traverse across the last saddle before looping back on the upper ridge. Scramble over granite blocks before ascending the ladder to the Fire Lookout summit. Behold views of the peaks to the east, Glacier Peak, north, Shuxton, Mount Baker, and the Picket Range beyond Whitehorse, west, the Olympic Mountains, and south, Mount Stewart and Mount Rainier.
Two, Vesper Peak, 8 miles, 4,200 foot elevation gain. Travel through lush forests, crossing streams, climbing a brushy slope to continue along the valley to ascend Headley Pass, which traverses into the Lake Vesper Basin. From here, the trail turns to low-angle stone talus and slabs. Rock cairns lead the way directly up the Sea of Granite to the summit. 3, Mount Dickerman, 8.6 miles, 3,820 foot elevation gain. Mount Dickerman, with its smooth, well-maintained trail and central location in the Mountain Loop Highway, offering wraparound views of craggy peaks and volcanoes, makes for the perfect peak bagger's hike.
From a well-marked trailhead on the north side of the parking lot, start through the canopy of tall trees, steadily climbing through switchbacks, along rock ribs and dense forest. Catch a glimpse of nearby Big 4 Mountain as you wind your way into alpine meadows. The last 1,000 feet is visible from the overlook. The trail continues to emerge from tree canopy, revealing more Mountain Loop Highway peaks. From the exposed summit, look across the Perry Creek drainage to Mount Forgotten, with Glacier Peak and many more wrapping around in the distance.
Four, Mount Forgotten, 13 miles, 4,300 foot elevation gain. A long, peaceful stretch of trail above Perry Creek reaches the sublime Mount Forgotten Meadows before becoming more precipitous, traversing a steep ridge and climbing the final scramble chute to the exposed summit.
The summit of Mount Forgotten.
Five, Mount Pugh, 11 miles, 5,300 foot elevation gain. Reach the Fire Lookout post built in 1916 and try to imagine load-carrying mules on the steep, rocky, and exposed path that climbs a vertical mile. A pleasant forest hike past Lake Matan crosses open alpine bowls up to Stewjack Pass, where an unlikely trail winds along the craggy ridges to the Lookout summit. Buckle on your footwear, and let's get out the door and explore the best of the Northwest. The trail awaits. The next 2 steps are up to you.